But after attending the training and going through the whole courses and the classes, I've been able to understand that as a journalist, I cannot shy away from these issues, but I have to be careful, I have to be sensitive, and I have to always put a human face whenever I do my reportage. When I sit at my end of my table to write my stories, I should be conscious of who is reading my stories and who is going to be exposed to it. What is it going to create? And to be sure that I ensure that at the end of the day, I'm able to promote other people's religion, to be considerate of the other person's opinions, the other person's ideas, and the other person's beliefs, because we all have a right to our religion and to our belief.
Before now, I don't know what it means in terms of inclusive journalism that has to do with reporting a religious issue. Now, this workshop has helped me and also opened my eyes to see that the journalist, or as a journalist, I have a big role, a pivotal role to play in terms of helping to shape the opinions of the society, like how we see things. Now we not just see information and rush to break this information, and I have the awareness of sitting down to view, to check the perspective and the perception of issues before reporting them in my broadcast organization, without infringing on the rights and right and belief of any religion, being it Christianity, Islam, or traditionalist. So in all, this workshop has really helped me in terms of equipping myself with more information that we can actually live together as one, irrespective of our religious background.
So for every time there are stories surrounding religious conflict or beliefs, I know that I am not supposed to run away or hide away or say things that will make any other religion feel bad, but I am supposed to step into it and make people understand that we have to respect each other's religion. And the reason why sometimes we do not respect each other's religion is because we do not take out the time to understand why people believe in what they believe in. So it is important for me to use my platform to ensure that I preach peace and I make people understand religion, and then understand that, see, we are humans at the end of the day.
The thing that I would say is a takeaway for me is the fact that we need to be less sensational when we are reporting. You know, consider when you interview party A, make sure you interview party B also. Then you place the facts, and then avoid putting yourself in the story.
Before now, I would just, take it for a pass when you find very sensational headlines. We just feel it's a thing for you to have such headlines because you want to actually attract attention, not knowing the impact it is having on the people who perceive this information and how it will go on to affect them going forward. But this training has been able to bring me back to the drawing board to say you have to be really sensitive about your audience. Of course, they are heterogeneous from diverse cultural backgrounds, and mindsets. And I am supposed to stand as a guide to help them, not to help them manage how they perceive this information. As much as things happen and we hear the bad news every day, I should not in my reporting try to aggravate things or make them look so sensational just because I want to have my story out there. And so going forward, I stand to be more sensitive in my reporting.
For those in print, the way we cast our headlines, right? I studied with print, and we are told by our editors in those days that your headline must be powerful, it must be strong, it must attract. But a lot of times when we do that kind of thing, it causes more division than connection. That we do not know. We felt we are doing to sell our papers, right, to attract people. But here I've learned that we need to investigate these things first. We don't just rush out with headlines just because we want to bring in quote something heavy so people can be attracted to it. That's one thing I picked up.
If you do story around gbege wey concern religion or argument or crisis wey concern religion, in a way we say that your report no go add join the problem. Instead, the report will reduce the problem and bring peace. Before now, I know say normally things wey concern religion they very sensitive for our part of the country and part of the world. But this workshop don't give me the angle, different angle and techniques to how you fit take make sure say you know they carry your emotion follow, you know they bias, and you need to pay attention to different details, and they make sure say anything wey you dey write, the kind level of sensitivity wey dey not be the one wey be say e go add to the problem, but the one wey be say e go reduce the problem.
This training has done a lot in changing my perception as regards religion and mass media. At first, I thought the work of religious tolerance depends largely not on the media but on the religious clerics. But now I realize that as a journalist, in fact, if I am to put it this way, I am the major stakeholder as far as religious tolerance is concerned, because I can use my job to ensure that everybody in both the two religions come together, understand their differences, and make efforts to ensure peace reign in the society.
This training has impacted me in a lot of ways, but I think I'll just push on just three. First off, it has changed my perspective towards how to, approach cases of religious conflict. I used to think that it was a situation or a solution that should come from, it was a people problem, and so people should solve their problem. I saw religious talks and religious programs as a very sensitive and highly controversial issue that I didn't want to dwell on. But at the end of the day, I just have a change of perspective towards the fact that the media has a role to play in information dissemination. Some of these things are caused by ignorance, and some of these things just need people, to propel the right information, and then there would be a change. Secondly, I also learned of the power that I wield as a media personality. First off, in holding the pen and in constructing programs. At the end of the day, whatever has happened has happened. If it has been a conflict that has already taken place and you're reporting it, so whatever reportorial that you're coming up with has the tendency to either make it more pronounced, feel tension and conflict, or douse the tension. So I have that power to either promote a conflict or douse conflict. And last but not the least is the fact that religion should be respected. Regardless of whatever people are practicing, you should learn to respect people's religion and also tolerate each other.
We need to see things from other people's perspective. And also when you are writing stories and putting out reports, you need to be able to understand the context in which you are writing them, so as not to go and put out something that is capable of, instead of improving the quality of the society, maybe it worsens it and gives us a security threat. In the nearest future, I'd like to use some of this knowledge that I've gathered from this training to impact in the kind of reporting I do, especially around religious issues which I cover, and also as it concerns security reports. Some of the knowledge here will be very critical in helping a good crime correspondent write stories and also create content for whatever platform he's working for.